So as you can see, I've chopped my worms up there. I've got some quite large chunks in there because today I'm looking to catch big fish. I don't want to be fishing small pieces of worm on the hook. I'm going to be fishing sort of 3/4 of a worm head. I want to be catching big positive fish. Corn, I opt to use the Tesco corn because yeah, you can get other stuff from Lidl, those sort of places that are cheaper, but this corn is full of goodness. I want soft corn like this, sort of standard shapes. I don't want to be using big lumps and harder lumps, and this corn just tends to be of a standard shape. With my casters, I've only got a pint there, that'll be plenty for today. What I've done is I've just chucked those in a bucket, cleaned them off with a bit of water and got rid of any that float, and they're done. Micro pellets, I've got about a pint there of fishery micro pellets. Just added a tiny bit of water to them just to dampen them down ever so slightly. With my ground bait here, this is Maruku EFG 150. This is full of goodness. What I want this ground bait with my worms in to go straight down to the bottom. I'm fishing in about 2 foot of water today, so I'm quite lucky really. It's shallow, but some pegs I could be fishing in 3, 4, maybe 5 foot of water. I want that bait to go straight down to the bottom. I don't want to be bringing fish up in the water. So there we go, there's the finished mix. I've got this at quite a sort of a putty sort of texture, so if I give it a gentle squeeze like that, I've got to put it in my cad pot, give it a gentle tap down, and today I'm fishing 17.5 metres, so I don't want that to be bouncing about, jumping out the pot when I'm shipping out. That just allows me to speed everything up. As soon as I get to my marker, turn the pole over, give it a tap, and out comes my bait. That's how I'll start the match today, but I've always got some left over, so I've got a bit of worm, casters, micro pellets, the lot. So if I need to adjust my mix later on in the match, I can. If I want to, maybe if I start catching more carp, then I might add a few more micro pellets, bit more corn maybe. But if I'm catching skimmers and whatever, I might want to add a bit more worm and caster, so I can just tailor my mix to what I'm catching and how it's fishing. This is the beauty of Alvechurch Fishery. Like, I've just gone out there, caught a carp, gone straight back in and had this lovely barbel. I'm just going to run you through how I hook my worm then. I'll take the biggest, fattest worm I can find, for example that one, take it from the head, which is the fatter end with more of a point. I'm going to hook that. So I've got a full worm on there. I'm going to nip it off to how long I think I want to fish. I mean, today I've found at the minute it's about 3/4 of a worm has been best, so I'm nipping it off about there, just chuck that away, and that's ready to go. So I'm just going to quickly run you through my rig for today then. The beauty of this venue is I'm going to be catching, I can be maybe 5 to 6 pound carp, maybe bigger, and there's also a lot of skimmers in here. So I'm going to choose to use the yellow 2.1 Colmic Hollow. This is going to allow me to get any sort of size fish in, and if I'm catching small skimmers, I know that I'm not going to bump them. So coming down to the rig then, this is an 016 mainline of X5000. Float choice is a 0.2 Colmic Kerry. Coming down to the business end, I've got a little spread bulk there of 4 number 9 shot onto a 4-inch hook length of 012.5 Colmic Stream on a 16 WN 501. I choose to use a 4-inch hook length just so I can get that bulk a bit closer to the hook. Because it's only sort of 2 foot deep, I want to get that bait straight down to the bottom and focus on where I'm fishing.